Alright, what is going on? Today we have the coveted SPL semifinals tiebreaks. People love when this shit hits tiebreaks because people put out their best players in most cases. I don't know about this. I mean, what? We're gonna move on. But yeah, both series went to tiebreaks, and it should be some pretty hype matches. I think both options picked the really boring ones. Like I'm thinking,
Fuck you, man.
I'm thinking like Phoenix, GSC, BKC, DBP. Like, those are like the obvious ones, but I feel like it could have been spicier, Void
Yeah, we
DBP.
wanted to see Kenix and RBY.
I wanted to see Fade and SM.
And SV.
Oh,
I know,
SV,
bro,
Fade
I know.
and SV. But yeah, here's what the tiebreaks are currently. We're going to go through a little history on how it reached this point in the first place. I'm sorry to the Tyrants, but they had this RBY series, and this is game one. Spies versus Kaz. The game comes down to Tauros v Tauros because there's a sleeping Zapdos and everything else is in Tauros range. Oh wait, music, sorry. I'm gonna turn that shit off. Music off. Alright, so it starts out pretty normal. They're just body slamming each other, fish and freeze, sure. Alright, so here is where the turn comes to essentially a tie for Hyper Beam. Whoever clicks Hyper Beam, hits it, wins the game. Kaz in the chat. Okay, you see he wins it, but before he asked for a draw. Keep in mind, this is SPL semifinals. And drawing, like, in the middle of a game, has that ever happened in the history of this tournament? I would assume not.
No, because that shit is not allowed.
You can't just play through a game and then be like, I don't want to play this. That would be like Steph Curry hopping off the court.
Like this, it's fucking OT. He's like, "Hey guys, what if we call it a break? Like, let's get out of here." But yeah, it's like these guys have been on Smooth so long, and they're like, "Draw? Is it legal?" And then Kaz lies. First of all, he says, "Yes, it is legal." He just makes shit up. He's just saying shit. And then
No. I wouldn't say he lied. I think he legitimately thought he could tie that series.
Both can be true. Both can be true.
Yeah, honestly, true. But yeah, they agreed to tie, and oh my god, there's a log of Ray Scarface calling the TDs like fucking idiots for not letting the tie through. I don't know where it is, but if we find
I think Fade brings up a good point here. I'd like to coin a term, a blind lie, instead of a white lie where you lie to protect someone's feeling. He lied just because he didn't even know.
That's not a lie. He was just wrong. You have to know.
Yeah,
you're saying
it's
something
not a
wrong
lie.
Fred doesn't even know what a lie is.
What are you saying?
It's a blind lie, bro. New terminology.
Blind lie. New terms.
But yeah, how we're gonna do this is we're gonna predict each game, but if anyone disagrees on a prediction, we're gonna talk it out until we convince the other person to agree, and hopefully that doesn't take too long, but we'll see. All right, first game.
Also, wait. Moral story is RBY should be deleted from the tournament.
Yes, that is absolutely the moral.
For real.
I'm gonna be honest. I think SV should go before RBY should go.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's
Anyway, moving on.
How can SV be bad if two of the best players in the tier, myself and M Forbes, are struggling in it? That just confirms that the tier is good.
It confirms the tier is bad, man. You guys should be going 8-1 every tour.
Thank you.
But because the tier is bad, you guys are combining for 4 wins per tour in a 9-week season.
Combining for 4 is crazy.
Okay, we did not combine for 4 first of all.
Yeah, we had +3 of that.
The only stat I've seen that supports it being a good tier is Blunder's 0-4 in World Cup, because that dude is fucking trash.
It's fucked up.
He won't be watching the episode either, so we can just shit talk him as much as we want.
No, he actually will be. He like watches them at the gym or some shit on like 2x speed. But that's okay. He deserves it for being bad. Alright, so first game, we have Cinno confirmed versus Java. These are two very hyped SV players right now. Cinno confirmed went on like a tear. I think he's 7-3 or something. 7-2.
Yeah, he's 7-3.
Yeah, his R is about like 4 5, I think. But yeah.
No, that's a really good point. Thank you for 4-5 is crazy. It might be.
I did hear that Sunday evening, Cinno confirmed got on his knees and prayed to God to give him a third chance versus the Tyrants to hand them a win.
Is he?
And
wait, he's 0-3 versus the Tyrants? Oh no, that can't be good.
Is it 0-3 or 0-4?
Wait, he lost both games in
2 of the important games.
Okay, you mean regular season? He also lost or no? Or he won?
Finals last year and then semis this year.
Okay, so really important games. But now he's in his third important game. But
Yeah, now he's in his 30s and he's playing his third important game.
there was at one point where he was 7-1 in SPL SB, and then I think in the past 2 weeks he had back-to-back losses.
Yeah.
Yeah. He lost to Clean as well, right? And
Yeah, he did.
that was the
that was the game that put us into playoffs.
Oh wow!
Oh.
Wait, that like if you lost that,
so
you wouldn't
Cinno
have
was just
been in
giving
playoffs?
everyone the
No, we
passage
still
up.
could have qualified, but because we won that and because somebody else on another team won their game at the same time, we were in
Oh, they're
playoffs.
dead games. I remember now. So everyone else that maybe had to play just dead games, right? At that point.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, versus my Java, who has been pretty impressive. Like, I think if this turn 1 goes different, it's probably a different game. I'm just gonna show it. It's the Torn Clicks Nasty Plot.
Oh nah.
Wait,
then-
wait. What did you want her to click?
Does she not have like Heat Wave?
U-turn,
Heat
knockoff,
Wave,
Heat Wave, anything?
Doesn't this shit reveal Life Orb?
I
Yeah.
guess I don't know.
So this is the confusing part because Torn right now is setting up like crazy at 1 HP, and it reveals that it's actually Grass Knot, which would do a shitload to Team Blue. But it's at 1 HP and teared, so it just dies. But the game at this point is just lost to Ogre Pawn. It just kills everything.
I mean, I think Link's team was just bad. Like, it wasn't really.
Yeah, this was just not a cook, right? Like,
Dude, the
it's not a lot of
scarf kill. The scarf
Oh,
kill,
yeah.
bro.
Oh yeah, Kelby
If she was
outspeeds the
Spec,
Ogre
she
Pawn
won.
at one point. But
Yeah.
I like Java's pick into Lang specifically. Like I feel like this is a pretty solid team for like anti-bullshit. You got a lot of anti-bullshit guys.
Java's always anti-BS. He always brings one of the Kanto birds, right? Zapdos or Moltres to deal with all the fast, like annoying stuff, and he always has balance, I feel like.
That's good.
Cinno-
Oh, that's really good, especially in
Bail?
SB.
Yeah,
Didn't he
I think
bail
he
or
brings
something?
smart teams.
Did he bail? I know
I thought he-
Cinno
He
bailed.
did. I think he did bail at one point actually, because everyone
Actually, I
around
think
like
I'm
week
lying.
3 was bailing. Maybe his teammate did. I'm not sure, but
No,
generally
he bailed. He
speaking,
bailed against Laroxel, bro.
yeah, generally speaking, his team choices are pretty good.
Yeah, you need to cheese when you're playing someone better than you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I was gonna add the reason his team choice is so good is because they have a cheater helping them, aka CPC.
Oh, whoa.
I'm just kidding.
No,
He's
no,
banned
no,
for
dude.
other
Didn't
reasons. I'm just kidding.
Didn't one of the Smogon janitors clear that up in Smog Tours? That CTC is actually not in their chat.
yeah,
There's
yeah,
no
yeah.
proof.
So, I forgot.
Yeah,
I
the
forgot.
Smogon janitor.
Yeah,
aka
dude.
Blunder.
What?
Don't make accusations without proof.
My
What?
bad.
I thought you were talking about a certain Naruto character, but okay.
No. We were.
What?
But I think
Oh,
there's like a
no,
log
never
of a
mind.
staff member going like, if CTC is in the Tyrants, we will make
Yeah.
sure he's removed or something like that.
That's the
That
same
really
person who
makes
banned
sense.
Decay for the record. Although probably
Oh,
no one
really?
watching this knows who that
probably
is.
deserved then.
We're talking about SPL, okay? We're not talking about SPL. That name didn't have to get brought up.
Wait, the K is SPL level, bro. But all right.
Yeah.
Let's talk about my
The
man's
case
like
at
that.
SPL OG, in fact, it's probably SPL.
Mm. Yeah, there's no LC anymore, buddy. This is 2026.
That being said, shout out to my boy Cho. He did come up with some statistics for us to analyze that probably isn't actually that helpful for our predictions, but
That's big.
he found that BKC, back when Dugtrio was in the meta, beat Behe in a best of 3.
2019.
Twice! He beat him twice. So
This has to have been DPP open.
Why did Behe say GG Stormzone at the end of the battle? Does anybody know?
he did say GG Stormzone.
for 2025.
Wait, BKC and Stormzone. We might have to investigate that one. But there actually is a notable statistic my boy Cho did bring up. It's this one.
Yes. So let me explain this one.
Yeah,
so
yeah,
I,
I watched
I
that
looked
game
up
live.
I looked up all of the replays of McMeghan versus Soulwind post modern Smogon, aka when slurs started to be socially unacceptable, like
Indeed.
2019. And it looks like so the most notable play that they had was Soulwind versus McMeghan in Classic playoffs, which McMeghan won. I think that was that was this one 5-1 revealed. I think that was the winning game as well, if I'm not mistaken.
It was the last game of finals, yeah.
Then they also played a best of 3, which I'm guessing was Callus Invitational, and they played like some random stray best of 1 game. In these, I mean, we can kind of see what kind of teams both of them I think are likely to bring. They almost always look like, I don't know, I think they're gonna go band for band with like balance. Although McMeghan brings like some weird things, like he has the Gyarados, the Jolteon. So their teams look pretty similar, but Roro being Roro kind of always just has like one weird thing, I feel like.
Yeah, like
And
that
I feel
random
like
champ he had. This Armaldo, which I can't imagine does anything because he has a rapid spinner already. But
It's got knock, bro. It's got knock.
Oh, and knock is broken. Good point.
all I'm saying is BKC would have seen that lead Skarmory and sniff out the Armaldo in the team if we saw BKC versus McMeghan.
But yes, now that we have the data, we can now make informed decisions about our predicts. And that data definitely helped us a lot in deciding these. Alright, Cinno confirmed versus Java. I mean, I'm going to just say Java, the Tyrant's guy, right?
Yeah.
I don't think
Yeah.
Cinno is a pushover at all, though. And because, like, the whole team is concentrating all their efforts into making one team, maybe his matchup will be better than it was in the past couple weeks. Who knows? But does anyone disagree that Java is favored here?
No, I'd definitely go Java.
100% Java, bro.
What would you guys say, like, the ratio of, like if you were to bet on this, what odds would you give to Java to win?
60-40.
60-40?
Or 65-35.
Yeah, I think the difference comes to how cheesy or like what kind of tech Cinno can bring versus how anti-BS Java's team is.
Yeah, I'm okay with 60-40.
He for sure can't play with regular shit, so he needs some wing heat to carry him. Yeah.
Yeah, you need some like brown heat for sure. All right, it seems unanimous for that one. And for Behe versus BKC, I'm gonna also guess that it's probably unanimous for BKC. That being said, Behe is known as the guy that beats, like he's the anti-tiebreak guy, right? Like whenever someone picks a tier, he's like the guy you slot in there to like be the responder in a way.
He has been, yeah. In the
I believe
I think it was the first Raiders robbery. He was the anti-pick guy.
Did he rob Troller in his best of 3?
I
mean, it's
believe
RBY.
he did get lucky.
It's RBY though. Like I feel like unless you're like freezing off rip, hitting all your sleeps and critting everything.
Well, maybe he did that.
Oh, okay.
Well,
maybe he did.
They are comparing DPP to have best of 3 as well. So maybe RBY and DPP are more similar than you let on.
I think this is
Honestly,
a really close game though because Behe was a DPP main.
I'd give this to Behe. Hot take.
Oh shit.
Wait,
Does anyone
why?
agree with that?
I mean, he's more than good enough to
I feel like the Titans going into this were leaning on the BKC and my Java wins because the other possibility I felt like was Soulwind in Black White and BKC versus McMeghan and ADV. I felt like those 3 matchups would have been much more equally weighted. But I think they're leaning heavy on like not to say that they don't believe in Soulwind, obviously, but I think like the BKC my Java thing is what they were kind of leaning.
I do think BKC last week played like honestly complete glaze, one of the best DPP games I've ever seen. Like I've honestly never seen someone make those many points.
Yeah.
But I mean, okay, John, is your vote for Behe like it's not going to be a wash, or is it like I actually think he'll win?
Oh no, I think I could actually see him winning. I mean, I think I could see the upset for this game a lot more likely happening than in the ADV game. Like, but he's proven he can beat good players in high pressure situations. Like, I don't know, I could just see him being the upset.
So, would you say you would still favor BKC then?
I don't know. I think it's pretty close. Yeah. I'd say at most I'd probably favor him like 55-45.
Yeah, I was actually going to say 49-51 because I really think Behe has that, that it factor of like, I'm just randomly going to win versus your best player kind of thing,
Mm-hmm.
These percentages things are just kind of weird because, I mean, we're pretty much saying that we predict BKC to win, but we wouldn't be surprised if Behe upset him. As like it's much less an upset than the first game, I think.
It's I mean, if Behe wins, it's not going to be an upset, or it's not. It's going to be an upset
because it's like BKC in good form, but like, I wouldn't be shocked to see it.
But like who's surprised Behe is going to randomly win some tiebreak, right? Like, I feel like if you know Smogon history, you wouldn't.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna say, okay, we'll call it. Oh, oops.
Definitely both BKC. You guys think BKC, and that's also like it's BKC and he's in good form.
Yeah, let's call it 45-55. I think this is probably a really close game. Like I'd be really surprised.
This is the highlight of the series.
100%. I think this is really exciting.
Really? I think, dude, MCM Soulwind is big crazy to me.
Okay,
I'll be honest.
This is
MCM is spanking that ass. McMeghan is gonna spank
Yeah,
Soulwind.
I'm not gonna lie, bro. That's McMeghan and ADV, bro.
Hey, McMeghan is
I mean,
hopping
yeah,
off a
but-
loss to Frudazi though. We gotta.
Honestly,
That's
should
true.
they have put Frudazi in? I understand leaving Soulwind out of tiebreak is like crazy, but Frudazi did spank McMeghan twice.
They are denying Fra the chance to go 3-0 versus someone, which only like 3 people in Smogon have ever done in a tournament. So that's true.
People forget.
People do forget, but I mean, it's pretty obvious we're gonna go McMeghan, right? And it's pretty favorable
Yeah,
to
for
him
sure.
too.
I think I'd do like
Yeah.
at least 70-30.
That's crazy.
No. So Soulwind is really good, but it's like it's McMeghan's main tier. He's played this since the fucking JFK administration. You know, like it's been so long since he's been doing this. And
I don't
Soulwind
think he'll
has
troll
done well
with his
though.
team either.
Fantastic.
Like
What I'm saying
McMeghan,
is,
I know he got spanked by Frudazi in semis, but he super trolled his team as well. He brought some dog shit.
dude, McMeghan will troll no matter what the situation is. This guy brought "What Are You Doing" in OLT
No.
finals. Remember?
That's an individual. You can fuck around in an individual. McMeghan gets scared
That's
in team
true,
tours.
that's true.
He gets scared.
Actually, that's a really good point because you see McMeghan troll all the time in S Tour playoffs and stuff. Like he brought like Azumarill Victini final gambit spam one time, right? I think
Yeah.
he won though, but
Nah, he
he's
lost
willing.
that.
He's willing to fuck around in individuals, but in team tours, in serious situations, like I feel like he's not no bullshit.
Yeah,
at all.
you won't see bullshit here. I guarantee you're not seeing bullshit here. He's gonna lock in. You know, he's
I
not gonna.
want the record to show if we actually did see BKC in ADV and Soulwind in like Black White or something, I would have bolded BKC.
Why? What?
Well, BKC
Bro,
is super good at ADV too. He's been
BKC,
playing as
ADV?
long as McMeghan in ADV, so
Yeah, but he doesn't
that's not
mean
insane.
it. Right?
That's not insane, but I definitely think it's a lot closer if it's BKC McMeghan, of course.
I think it's a
Soulwind.
bit closer. I'd still give it to McMeghan. All I know is Load said it's at least 80-20 in McMeghan's favor if he plays BKC and ADV.
Wait, now
And
it's
Load
so,
does,
you
Load does have 14 tour trophies. That is
That's
the
true.
authority.
Luke does know
I'm
how to
pretty
win.
sure he said that like verbatim in here. I might have gotten the number wrong.
I want to bring up a statistic about this tiebreak. There is more than 20, like the accumulation or the total amount of trophies in this tiebreak in this series is over 20 team tours worth of trophies between BKC, Behe, McMeghan, Soulwind.
Okay, but
One slot.
okay, but I would say okay. Soulwind is obviously like top 3 players on site. So 30-70, even
Top
though
one.
I really think
Top two.
yeah, I mean sure, buddy. Anyways,
Whoa.
One
Who's better?
One in my eyes. One in my eyes.
I mean I'm
but,
just
you know.
saying people
There
are
we go.
debating ABR and Empo and Soulwind. Like
Bro,
those are the 3
All I'm
names.
saying is,
Look, I don't want to get doxxed, but one of those names is not.
someone got the same trophy as those two, and those two are lucky as shit.
That's true. That's
Those two are
true.
lucky as fuck, bro.
That being said, Empo is the GOAT. Anyways,
my
moving
God.
on. I think 60-40 McMeghan is fine for me. Like my personal gut would say 70, but I feel like it's Soulwind. He's so good. You can't really in tiebreak situation. I feel like
He's
clutch,
so
right?
good.
Hey,
Yeah, he did.
let's be nice.
When was his last tiebreak? I remember his SPL 2 years ago. He did clutch up.
Oh wait,
Well, I
he
guess it
did
wasn't
lose
clutch
to
up. He won the
Fakes
first
last year
game.
though in tiebreak,
Oh,
right?
never mind. Yeah, make that at 80-20. Bro's 0-3 versus Fakes, bro.
Okay, Fakes is him first of all, but I'm satisfied with how our predicts look for this series. What do you guys think? Seems fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
All right, if that was Uncle Premier League, this one is Zoomer Premier League.
Wait, facts actually. This is like
Yeah,
first tiebreak for.
I'm gonna be
2,
honest.
3, 4, 5. First tiebreak for 6 people. That's fucking crazy.
I think it is all 6, yeah. This tiebreak right here, this really lacks aura compared to the top tiebreak.
I agree with that.
Let's talk about the SB,
Yes.
the players that were picked.
Oh my god.
Let's talk
Bring up the
about.
scheduling. Bring up the scheduling.
Oh yeah, we'll cover
Okay.
Stormzone
We'll
first.
definitely post the scheduling.
Yeah, we will. This is Stormzone's semifinals game. It's stall. You know how stall look like.
Yeah, that's the.
But have
That's
you seen
the-
stall like
someone-
this? Have you
someone
seen stall
very-
like this?
Someone very handsome used that team, but with the Toxapex over a Hydrapple.
Who was that?
What?
That was Soulwind, right?
Oh yeah. One could say the Soulwind of SV. Yes.
Okay. Anyway.
Anyways, yeah. So the other thing to look into is our boy Ewin, who is in the semifinals tiebreak, and he has had some very interesting scheduling moments throughout the tournament. Let's see. This is the
Hey,
first
would
one,
you like
right?
to comment on this?
All right. So first he makes a meme gif, which is fucking annoying because who wants to watch this and then be like, wait, what numbers did that say? And have to watch it again.
Because I need to get my bread up.
This guy is so
So
Alright,
stupid.
And then Ewin says, "Oh, this is just a date." Okay, that's how Europeans do dates, with the day first and then the month second.
No, nobody normal does that.
Yeah, nobody normal does it for sure.
I mean,
and then,
types it like that on Smogon.
and then Zom comes in. Are the worms swimming your brain? He puts the fucking side up kid. What is wrong with this guy? And then he gets his boys to do it too. Big Mod has to step in, asks everyone to be normal. Even Finch steps in as well. Actually, no, he's just trolling too. But then he just says all this shit, and it's like, come on, like who wants to deal with this? I would honestly just give him a time frame of like when I can make it, and ignore everything else. That's all I would say.
That doesn't work though, bro. I tried that in
Didn't he say he had to go to a surgery when he was playing Emmy?
Yeah,
Yes,
but remember,
yes,
he was
yes.
forced to play at a normal time, or he had to compromise himself because he was giving us so much bullshit information. Do you remember?
Yeah,
All I'm asking is,
he
for
worked on the
Europeans,
weekend. He has heart surgery. He's
He's a busy guy. I respect the
Yeah.
bread, but yeah, this guy. You would think, okay, he's trolling the semifinals week because kind of lower stakes. Surely he doesn't troll the semifinals tiebreak game too, right? He says, "What does this mean? What is an Ohio moment? He's from Germany. What the fuck does that mean? I'm +1 Riz time. Basically, like, come 16. Okay, I guess that's fine. European schedule like that, but
That's fine,
Stormzone.
yeah.
Oh, hell.
Stormzone looks like he's responding normally.
Bro, this is the worst schedule I've ever seen in my life. This is the worst post on Smogon I've ever
what
seen.
can do, Sigma?
Like, oh my god, like, what is this? I spent
Listen.
all my aura points on looks maxing. What
I'll be the
fuck
first
does
to
that
say-
mean?
He shouldn't have been infracted for this.
Honestly,
Yeah,
I think so
infecting
too.
for that is definitely some nonsense.
I think.
He put-
Wait, he did get infected or he didn't? Sorry.
Yeah, he
He's not
did.
infracted.
Oh,
But I don't know why
Really?
he did, honestly. Like, this guy
Why?
put all the pressure on himself to win this. Because if you lose, bro, if you lose
Fresh.
after doing all this stupid shit, bro, like, I don't even know what to say. You gotta win, but you're gonna lose, so.
no,
You
yeah.
fucked yourself.
Imagine him losing this and going to his team chat, go like, my bad, guys.
That's what I'm saying, bro.
witnessing all this nonsense.
That's
Yeah,
what I'm
you're
after
right,
doing
you're
all
right.
this stupid shit, bro.
That being said, maybe
No
he thrives
correlation.
under pressure. He's like a
You
diamond.
guys are comparing apples and oranges. There is no correlation.
Maybe he thrives under pressure, like a diamond. Have you thought
Major
about that?
press. He's not like that, though. He's gonna lose.
But yeah, very annoying scheduler. I hope that anyone watching this never has to play him for any tournament, not even because of like anything in game, just so you don't have to deal with this shit. But yeah,
He just wants to prevent an Ohio moment, man.
yeah, my bad. All right, now we're going to the actual games. This one is probably a bit divisive. I want to say Stormzone Ewin. Like, who would you guys?
Who's bringing the cheesier team?
Bro, Ewan's winning, bro. Let's be honest.
Yeah, Ewin. I think I got Ewin as well.
Loki, I think Ewin might win too. I think Stormzone doesn't actually bring cheesy teams. Like, you could argue that the Screamtail Sun team that he's like 0-5 with in tournaments. That one is
I'm also
cheesy.
thinking of the team he brought versus Amelia.
Oh, the comfy team. Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess his son is like the most cheese he does, right? Besides that, he runs like Specs and Choice Band out the bus.
Bro, I've never seen that team win in my life. I know JJ used it this SPL,
And he
I
lost
fucking
with it
owned
too.
It's so bad, but
Dude,
I don't know.
Because that team operates like, oh, they have hazards up. Oh, they have Goldango. Oh, I lose now. And it's like, oh, my bad. But yeah.
Bro, there's like, I don't know. There's a Torkoal and a fucking. And a
Oh, yeah, he
Screamtail.
uses Torkoal. What the fuck?
Yeah. Bro, it's
My
so
boy
bad.
Torkoal fell off. Shout out to him.
It's so bad.
All right,
Ever
what would
since
you guys say the odds in this game are? I feel like it's pretty close though. Like I would say Ewin wins, but I don't think it's like a
Yeah.
schmeat down, right?
I think
guess
Ewin
like
wins
55-45 or like
60-40.
60-40.
Yeah,
Yeah.
60-40. Yeah, I think either of those are fine with me. Let's just do the middle between it. Fuck it.
Wait, what did
Hmm?
what was the Ewin game last week? What did he bring?
It was like fuck, what was it?
What
He
did
he
played
brought
Dunk though, right?
the gold, the Lando.
Oh, dude, yeah, the split Dio, dude. That set is so
Yeah.
fire. Oh my god, that
Yeah,
set's beautiful.
Dio, Ogre, Gold, Lando.
Wait, should we tap into this game real quick? Was it
I
Shice?
mean,
a
it's just Dugs are getting exposed, to be
Oh,
completely honest.
this. Okay, never mind. I
I
remember.
said Doug's
I'm
a
not even
Shice.
gonna
Let's
lie to
calm
you.
down.
I didn't say he wasn't. I'm just saying he got exposed.
Okay, to be fair, his team is the one exposing him. Look at this 6-0 by half.
That is true.
Team.
No,
Like, what the hell is
this
this
team,
shit, bro?
this team needs to be thrown the fuck out.
Oh, pain
There was
split
too
is
many.
crazy.
There was too many like Landorus
did he
hyper-ish
psycho boost
offense
him?
this week. It was like a very
Yeah, Lando
shocking
did have
amount
a
of it.
really big comeback this week. I wonder why. Oh, T
What?
spikes.
Dude, I don't even know. I don't get it either.
Lando, you said?
Yeah, like the amount of like Lando like offenses that were brought this week are kind of amazing.
Wait, you know what I just noticed about this game? Because I remember Lando sweeps him or something, but if you special attack boost, that doesn't
Yeah.
happen. Dude, Moth is such a bullshit
That's
mod.
how Moth
Oh my
goes.
god,
That's how
it
Moth
pisses me
goes,
off,
dude.
bro. What a trash mod. Like, yeah, he
Bro, I
didn't
had
get
a
the boost,
game-
so he did nothing.
I had a game in World Cup where I was like, okay, I just gotta play so I get a free fiery dance. It was the worst game I ever played in my life because I
Oh,
literally
wow.
just assumed that I would get the boost and I would win. But then I didn't get the boost and I got swept and I was like, huh, maybe I shouldn't have did that.
Dude, it's such a cheese ball mod. Like, it's 50% high odds, but if you don't get that, you're hitting like a wet noodle.
Yeah, like me versus JJ and whenever we played. If that
facts.
Moth didn't get the boost,
Oh yeah,
Yep.
facts. I forgot about that.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I hate this shit.
this
I actually
game.
don't
I mean,
really like Moth at all.
I think Ewin's like, I don't know. I think his teams are still pretty good when he's
Ewin.
being
I actually
active.
like his team here. I
That's
think
a nice
this
team.
Dio set is pretty cool. I like it.
You have six OU mons that are all like at the top of the VR. You can't go wrong with it.
Yeah, exactly. Just boost your spam. This was interesting. I'm not sure
Oh,
why
so
he
like-
tarred here.
The logic is that like he thought he would U-turn, right? And if you do U-turn as Scarf Lando, you're not gonna go gold on like knock or
Mhm.
I guess it because it tarred like maybe
Oh, you're saying he predicted U-turn into Valiant.
I think and it like
No,
covered
but
this
yeah,
too.
if you saw the Terra though, like
I don't know. I forget what he said, but he explained it after and it made sense. Because a lot of this shit was like it was all pretty subjective and like a lot of like the things that went wrong were kind of hindsight where it's like, oh yeah, like for example, this Valiant set, it's kind of hard to cover every fucking thing that it could use. So he like played it so that it would like this setup would beat any like setup Valiant. It would just lose to D-Bond. But it would be SD, CM, all that shit, and then Gold plus Prim would win. So it made sense, but it just didn't work out. You know what I mean?
I guess.
Wait,
I think no. I think he had to calc the Lando damage versus something, right? Did Lando ever do enough damage to reveal that it's Scarf, or no? Maybe it didn't. But
I mean, it's gonna be Scarf. Like it just looks Scarf.
but if
'cause
it's Scarf,
Scarf.
you D-dance with Roar. Actually, I guess that doesn't.
No, because you could get Encore
Well, on
what
what?
do you mean? Is he
On
he's
hard
adamant
Val?
or what?
on Hard Val. Yeah,
Okay, hard Val.
That's like Terra Blasted.
Insane play.
Wait, what do you mean? So he was adamant, not Jolly?
yeah, it's Fairy. It's bulky.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think this moon is probably really slow, actually. Yeah, I
think-
guess it
'cause,
really
like-
came down to the last turn instead. Like this was the big turn where it's gold versus gold. Ewin has to because Ewin can fish for the idea that it's not
Yeah.
rain. So I think he probably always tears in this position.
Yeah.
And
That's
Doug's
another thing, too. Like, do we make it rain? Because it could literally be any single fucking Terra ever. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
that being said,
Yeah,
if
like
it's any
water or
other
something.
Terra, he loses anyways though. Like if it's
He would've
water.
lost.
If it's water, you could fish for drop or crit.
No, but you assume that he's Shadow
you would-
Ball.
die to Shadow Ball.
Obviously, he isn't, but you would generally assume that a gold is Shadow Ball. So I think Dugza has to go for the 1-hit KO instead of like a Shadow Ball crit, which wouldn't one-shot a gold, you know?
Yeah, I guess you could also like. I guess you could like reason that it's gonna be bulky, not Shadow Ball, because you already reveal Scarf Lando.
It's like a bit hindsight, but I feel like you always make it rain there. Like I don't know.
Also, this team has been used. Well, not the exact set, like the pain split set, but like Attribute and Halam and Clean also used this 6, and it was.
Oh wait, yeah, they used it with something over pain split. It was like just Psycho Boost, right?
Yeah, it was.
Everything else
was
the same, right? Yeah.
I think it was T-Wave something, but yeah, there was no split.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
I don't know.
You know, it's a tough. It actually came really close, and
No,
I think
it's way harder to assume that gold doesn't have Shadow Ball.
Yeah, I feel like assuming that this isn't Shadow Ball, that's the big thing, right?
Yeah,
because like you always make your last play, but I mean, you know, hindsight. If you make it rain, he won. If
I was saying like a lot of us were saying in game discussions like, yo, you have to make it rain here, but like I'm not gonna say like, oh, like he should have did it. You know what I mean? Like it's just.
Yeah,
it's
a really tough turn because I think you Shadow Ball on the basis like he could be Terra. What he could be Terra Ghost or Terra Water or something like that, and then you hope that he's not Shadow Ball on his own. So I get it.
Because you like say like, okay, fuck it, you're gonna be Terra Water bulky because you already have Scarf Lando, so you're not gonna be. It's just so many assumptions that
no,
it's like
that was a really close game, and
close,
yeah, you
can't
can't fault him for Shadow Balling.
Yeah, it's a tough turn. It's actually crazy that Ewin's gold naturally lives Shadow Ball too. Like,
yeah, if he didn't Terra, right?
Even if he didn't Terra, but yeah.
It was a damage roll. I think it was like 37% chance to kill.
Oh,
because even when tearing, it was a roll to a KO, assuming he was max special attack.
Yeah, and he definitely was on Scarf.
So we got
it was very low rolls though. It was like 20%.
We got hacked brutally and badly, is what you're saying.
Yes,
that is what he said. In DBP, we have Christos vs Void. I mean, it's just pretty obviously we build Void, but I don't I don't know.
That's Mr. Aura Farmer himself. But Christos, if you're listening and if you win, please post a picture of you like smoking, like to retaliate, to Aura Farm back.
That's a fact. You gotta get the Aura points back, the Aura max, as Ewin would say.
Where's that post? Oh yeah, of that. There's like the alt.
Which one?
There's like the alt that responded. Dude, you smoke. That's awesome. Void's post really pissed
we gotta show the original post
just for that. Yeah, we can.
Void is so shy.
Honestly, it was a pretty funny post. Where is it? Did I pass it already?
First page, I think.
Was that a 3D win post? You just scrolled by?
That was a 3D win post. Everyone give him a like in his post.
Yo, like that, like and subscribe.
What the fuck is it?
You missed the page. It's on page 1. Oh.
No, it's on page 1. No.
Hey, friend.
Is it on page 1? Am I tripping?
We gotta get at least 10,000.
Void.
My bad.
Yeah, this is like teaching my mom
did I get rid of your post?
Wait, that's why I didn't see it. It's because it got deleted.
Oh no!
Or like he uploaded to a website that didn't keep permanent images, so it expired.
AKA Discord, the fucking worst app ever.
Facts. But yeah, we'll give that to Void. I'm gonna say like I don't know, 2080 probably. Void is like the main.
Yeah, I got it.
Bro, I got DPP. That's crazy.
Of the map, dude.
You don't need to say anything for your tiebreak game.
What's Void's record for DVP the past 2 years? It's like insane.
It's 7-2 and 9-0.
It's 18-2. Isn't it 8-2 now?
Oh yeah, it should be 8-2. Oh he
didn't play every week.
Dude, 16-2 in DPP Emmy. That's fucking insane.
So it's 16-2, yeah.
But okay, we'll do 25. We'll do 25. 75.
That's crazy.
We'll give Christos some 5 because it's not like he's a bad player. They obviously picked him for tiebreak for a reason. Over 3D.
Yeah, I don't know why they did that.
Yeah, over Keenix. In fact, that was my tiebreak Shice pick. Keenix
and DPP,
let him cook, bro. I feel like he has the same energy as Behe of like, yeah, I'll just win a random tier. You saw me in.
Really, bro? Didn't he rob the shit out of Carafinger last week?
Choolio?
did?
I wouldn't say he rocked. I think he was
We
actually
were
Actually,
kind of
favorable.
lucky.
Dina
I don't
had
think
a
we were
very
like. It
Dina
felt
had a
more like
very good
GSC
matchup.
luck. Yeah.
Like
I just saw immediately Thunder missed on Koi and like a bunch of
It was like
crits.
it's like shit like that. But
I
that's
don't
why they
think a
call it.
Thunder missed on the Cloister.
Oh, it
That's
did.
why they
Oh,
call
it
it a
did. It
fucking
did.
coin
It did
flip.
like turn
it did.
two.
The
Yeah.
Snorlax one, right? Yeah.
Didn't it
Yeah.
hit? We were low as
No,
fuck.
It got
No,
it would have killed if it hit, but then it hit later when it
yeah,
got like
Oh.
Actually, that was a
I
really
missed
big
that.
turn because
Yeah,
Choolio
it's
did
huge.
get Phoenix did get the spin off, so spikes would have never been up after that if Cloister died. But it's it's fucking Thunder, 70%.
It's Thunder.
yeah, it's fucking
People
GSC, bro.
forget that's focus blast accuracy.
Exactly. Like you can't cry about missing one focus blast, right? Like, but that being
Well,
said,
he did.
he did click focus, dynamic punch and did connect a couple times. But at that point, I don't think that mattered that much because he had ample opportunity to hit one of those and win. So that being said, it's obviously Phoenix, but what would you guys say the odds are?
Whatever John said about the Behe versus BKC game is what I think about Choolio versus Phoenix.
Really?
I bolded Choolio.
That's crazy, bro.
Phoenix is the better player for sure, but I have a feeling.
I would say 60-40 at minimum, and maybe even higher odds for Phoenix to win than that.
I mean, yeah, I would say like 70-30, bro. Thunder miss odds. Fuck it.
Yeah.
Wait, that's a good point. I'm down for 70-30.
Bro, this is a crazy like tier selection because these are the two tiers that everybody says are like coin flip, Madhouse,
Right? Yeah.
whatever the fuck
DPP and
else.
GSC. These are like the two least picked
GSC
tiebreak tiers.
having that reputation is just the funniest thing to me still. I personally think that I feel like Phoenix and RBY would have been such a fire pick because none of these four teams have a really standout RBY performance and Phoenix is really good at RBY. So I
assume Zom asked him what he wanted to play because I assume if Phoenix wanted to play RBY, he would have went in.
That's true.
I mean, we do have Paco who put up 14 and 4 in 2 years of RBY.
Oh shit!
There was a year in between.
That's true as well. I forgot about the Mako pick as well.
14 and 4, back-to-back 7-2s in RBY.
Nah, she had a 3-5 in between, but like across 3 years, that's still a good record.
Yeah. That's still really impressive. Damn. I mean, I'm not even fact checking. John has lied to me a lot of times over the past couple years.
No, this one's not made up.
Him.
I teamed with her the first time. I know she went 3-5, and then it was SPL 14, I believe. She might have been 6-3. It was 6-3 or 7-2. She was definitely one of those two.
Yeah. Either way, that's pretty impressive. Yeah, I guess, and Phoenix knows GSC. I mean, he's really good at RBY, but GSC is his comfort, right? So it makes sense that was his decision at the end of the day. I wonder what teams they're gonna bring, because Choolio is known to bring some jank shit like Dragonite, and Phoenix is known for like his aggro play and also sometimes bring like some jank shit like Alakazam, right? Do you remember that toxic recover Zam?
That shit was a crazy fucking game.
Dude, that
bro.
Alakazam went insane. It went Ling Grom.
Bro, I be seeing this guy play GSC versus like it's the way he play. It's like he plays mad aggro and shit, so it's not boring like how a lot of these other fucking GSC games are.
Yeah,
because it's like doing anything. Like with Zapdos, bro. Whenever I see like other Zapdos, they're always fucking rest, sleep talk, trying to get the Thunders, trying to get the right hidden power. But nah, we click on Whirlwind and shit.
If you wanna watch like
Phoenix always has that. Phoenix always has the God Whirlwind Zapdos.
Yeah, watch his game versus Ruby Blood. I think week 9, right?
Week 9,
where it's like a completely losable position. Like mostly, like it's cooked. He's cooked, but he gets every whirl, he gets every double. That's disgusting. But that being said, that is our predictions for the tiebreak. It should be a really exciting one. Obviously, like someone said, the bottom one is a little less exciting than the Tyrant's Classiest, just given like the name value of the people playing. But it should be good either way. Yeah, thank you guys for tuning in. And we'll catch you for the finals. And Forbes promised to be there for the people that keep asking if Forbes will be there.
Yeah.
Peace.